So we got a funny story today. This one is just about an epic fail. An epic police officer fail. And I am going to show you this footage, which is long overdue for being put on the internet, momentarily. Story time with Wiximar. Oh yeah, by the way, the date today is Sunday, July 27th, 2014. Stardate 41847. Now, I have a hobby where I like to record sounds, whether it be like a thunderstorm or a train. Like, I have gone out of my way to sit and record sounds for a couple of hours in places. Most of it just becomes stock footage, but some of it ends up in like songs. But it's always been really fun to like record things. I don't know why. And a few weeks ago, I actually just got a GoPro Cam knockoff. It's actually, it records okay. It's an alright camera, except that only has 2 resolutions, and its freaking brightness control is like out of control. Like, sometimes I just wish it could modify which point of the picture it bases the brightness off of, and then adjusts it correctly. But it's not going to do that. But on the upside, it attaches to my bike. But I also have a recording of me riding my bike with it on Galloway Creek Greenway. And if you want to see it, just click this right here. And but yeah, it's also mixed with one of my songs, and it's waterproof up to 3 meters submerged. Now, I've recorded with it on my bike before, but I haven't really gotten a good opportunity to test it in water yet. Because whenever I got the bike, it was always raining. It was raining so much. I tested it in the rain, in fact. Just freaking like monsoon month. And then right after I start using the thing a little bit more often, and then I get this camera, it stops raining. It hasn't rained in like 2 weeks. And any other time it did rain, I missed a chance. So I had to test it in another way. Sorry about that, but it was totally worth it. But yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of excited here that my grammar and my stuttering has just gotten really bad. So bear with me. So, now when you're trying to record as often as I do, you sometimes run into problems. I still remember this one time. I went to Jefferson Crossing, which is this, it's this pedestrian bridge that goes over a railway yard, rail yard, train yard. Who knows? But anyway, I had this like little smaller recorder, and I was standing, you know, pretty much like in the middle, just waiting for a train to come by, which was taking forever. Not to mention the fact that it was frickin' like 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's windy. But I sat the recorder on the ledge, and it's I'm gonna say like 20-foot drop from that bridge. I accidentally hit it with my elbow, and wouldn't you know it, it goes falling down all 20 of those feet, down to like right in the middle of one of the tracks. Needless to say, it didn't work again. And I decided that I was going to try to retrieve it. I figured some of the stuff on it could still be salvageable, so I decided to run down, and I noticed that a train was coming. So I freaking busted ass onto that track, and I grabbed that recorder well before it got to the bridge. Before the train got to the bridge. Some of the stuff on it was salvageable. I don't know how that happened. I figured it would either be all or none. What, did I break part of the microchip? But anyway, another problem that I had, which was hilarious. Me and my friend Jessica, one time we're sitting out next to a railroad track to record a train on a farm road. east of here. And we were sitting there for a good like half hour. And a train actually does come by before this even happens. That's one of the other funny parts about this, is that this footage I'm about to show you happened after we actually saw a train and recorded it. I actually put it on top of my car. After the train passed, I let it sit there for a second, and then I put it back in my car, just sitting on my dashboard. We're just kind of just sitting there chatting. All of a sudden I see headlights in the background. Takes me a second to figure out who it is, but eventually there's a light shining directly at my freaking side view mirror, blinding me. And it does turn out to be a police officer, so we eventually start talking, and he just starts further melting my corneas with a flashlight. I was just thinking, next time that happens, I want to have a flashlight on me so that I can shine it right back at him. Oh, I'm doing alright, officer. How about you? Yeah, but anyway. And now we actually get to the footage. Now, all of this took place over 3 years ago. That's why I said it was long overdue. It happened on Saturday, February 26th, 2011. Stardate 40600. Coincidentally. About 5:45 in the morning.
What are you feeling?
Is this a cop?
Oh, is it?
I don't know. It was freaking me out. Not again. Well, at least we're recording this.
It is a cop?
I think so. We're recording trains.
My bad. I totally thought about this. Right.
Thank you for that. Well, just to quote Lydia, I really hate you right now.
What are you gonna do when they come for you? Did you find that amusing? Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
We didn't even get pulled over because we're already over.
Yeah. I think that's a cop anyway. Yeah, it's a cop. Hi.
How's it going?
Hello. How you doing?
How many people we got in there with you?
Just me and her.
Okay, put your hands up for me.
Okay.
Where y'all live at?
Well, I live on a little north of here.
Okay, just y'all two in there?
Yeah, just me and her.
Alright, you might go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, I'll explain everything to you from there, okay? Alright. Step out here. You have any ID or anything on you? Yes.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. Do you have any ID on you, man? Mr. Can I ask y'all what are y'all doing in this area?
Well, I have a recorder in there. I was getting ready to record a train. At first, I thought your car was a train.
Okay.
I'm just a dork.
No. Obviously, people are fascinated by trains. Trains are amazing things.
I'm fascinated by
Okay,
it.
that's
I've used
absolutely
it
fine.
in music.
Obviously, is there anything on you I should be aware of right now while I got you out of the vehicle? Guns, knives, body parts. Don't put your hands in your pockets, please.
I'm not.
Guns, knives, body parts, drugs, paraphernalia, anything like that?
No.
That's it? Do you have any problem with me patting you down real quick before I move on?
No, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Obviously, never had this happen.
Well, obviously, like I said, I'll explain everything to you in just a second. Go ahead and put your hands on the car for me.
Okay. With a lighter.
Obviously not waiting for that.
Phone, wallet, MP3 player.
I said not worried about none of that. Right. Do you have anything on you I should be aware of? You have a lot of pockets. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Like I said, obviously back here, back to the phone. I'll tell you, okay. The reason I got a call to this address right here for hang up 911. Okay. Obviously at this house right here, and y'all have to be sitting outside.
That guy has asked me before what I was doing.
Really? Well, obviously
he
you
seems
can,
a little creeped out.
you can see how it's a little weird right now. Okay, obviously he gets a call for 911 here, and then y'all are just sitting outside. Obviously thus far, again, I don't have anything on you, except I'll say that in just a second. But thus far I don't have anything. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is obviously run y'all. I'll verify that you have a recorder, and that's actually what you're going to do. And obviously make sure you're not actually here with anybody else or anything. Was it just two of y'all when I pulled up here?
Yeah.
Okay. If y'all don't mind, just stay right here at the rear of the car, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. That is the first time I've ever been pat down in my life.
Do you have anything on you, ma'am? You obviously got a lot of pockets there. Do you have any body parts on you? Maybe any drug paraphernalia? I can't believe he asked me if I had any body parts. The guns and the knives and the drugs, I can understand that, but body parts? What the hell? What did they tell you? What was that 911 call like? I really wish I could hear that. Now I chopped out 2 minutes and 54 seconds of audio. You couldn't really hear what we were saying anyway, and the police officer wasn't even talking to us. The recorder was inside a closed car while we were all standing outside. So here's the rest of it.
Hey. All right. Here's the deal. Obviously, well, yeah, that's what's come here. Okay. The property owns 25. The railroad company owns 50 feet from each side of the railroad track. And so technically right now we have several claims going. First of all, you're trespassing, and they will press charges, I know for sure. But of course I don't want to do that. Second thing, from the way you looked at each other, I'm pretty sure there's some drugs either on you or in the car or something, okay? Again, I'm not worried about it right now, okay? So you don't have to start lying or anything. So obviously, like I said, I'm not worried about it. What I am going to ask you to do is obviously show me you got a video recorder. Hopefully your story adds up. If your story adds up, I'm just going to kick you loose, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions or anything?
No.
Okay.
I'll show you the recorder. It is currently recording right now. Just so you know.
Okay. No, that's absolutely fine.
Will you trust me to reach into my car? This is it right here. Feel free to say hello.
No, I'm good. I appreciate it. All right. So, okay, that's absolutely fine. Like, obviously, I just want to verify your story and everything, and that helps me prove that obviously you're actually here, so you can hear the sounds of the train.
I didn't know this was actually owned right here.
Yep, 50 feet on each side of the railroad tracks.
Well, that's a little embarrassing, because I have been looking for so many different places to record trains, and it is really hard to find. I tried the place over on Commercial in Jefferson, or somewhere near there, and they stop too often. I could go on and on about this.
Yeah, I apologize, obviously, but they do own 50 feet on both sides of the railroad tracks. That way they have plenty of clearance, and of course they have wide loads and everything too. That way, of course, we can prosecute you for trespassing, and we have obviously easy. Obviously, I don't know what. I don't think we have a need to here or a necessity or anything.
Okay.
So again, I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and move on, and then I'll tend to the rest of the call. Do you have any questions or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. Appreciate your cooperation, guys.
Yeah, sorry. That's actually kind of embarrassing. Oh, I love this thing.
Yeah.
What gives them that notion?
That was funny because, like, we don't. Sorry. Damn it.
Dude, I would have loved it if you like searched your car and like found nothing. Except for maybe a sleeping pill laying in the back.
Oh God. That's great.
I think he's letting me out first.
Probably.
Oh crap. I love how he assumed that we had drugs on us. Based on the way that we looked at each other. How did we look at each other? That made it look like we had drugs, because we didn't. Like, that's legitimately true. Because that is completely true. We did not have drugs. Another thing that I couldn't get over was how he seemed a little bit nervous about something. I mean, it's like, who did he think we were? Maybe he didn't seem that nervous, but he kind of did based on how often he used the word obviously. That was really strange to me. But either way, I guess I kind of act weird too whenever I'm nervous. I mean, all of a sudden I'm finding out I had the cops called on me and that I could actually be prosecuted for trespassing. And he thinks we have drugs. But whenever I get nervous like that, I just ramble. I'm going on and on about how I tried to record over at Jefferson Crossing to him. Of course, I wasn't going to tell him that I ran onto a railroad track to pick up a recorder. Anyway, so, yeah.
Wiximar.
This is going to be one goofy video. I'm doing all... Well, that was anticlimactic. There's hair in my mouth.